Hello, and welcome back to Fit Foundations, powered by the Fit Project. My name is Jen Lundman, and I'm here as your certified wellness coach and partner in exploring family health and wellness. Managing obstacles and barriers, another component to building wellness, is an inevitable part of life. It's how we frame obstacles and barriers as a part of a wellness learning process that allows us to embrace rather than respond with fear or avoidance. To walk through this process in a manner relatable for most families, let's look today at overcoming obstacles around nutrition. Kayla, our registered dietitian, is joining us to offer simple strategies and reframe thoughts for navigating the variety of obstacles experienced around food and nutrition. Let's take a listen to Kayla from the Teaching Kitchen.
Hi Jen, this is such a great conversation to hold around managing obstacles and barriers when it comes to the kitchen and nutrition. Bringing the family together with meal prep and helping in the kitchen is a really great start. There are age-appropriate tasks to help everyone engage safely and even have a little fun too. So let's take a look at some ideas. For the entire family, choosing meals for the week and creating a grocery list. For children, washing fresh produce, stirring or mixing, measuring ingredients, setting or clearing the table, and simple cleaning tasks. For adult and teens, chopping, and using appliances like the stovetop, oven, blenders, etc. I hope the list gave you some ideas to bring the entire family into the kitchen, or maybe even rotate meal prep each week to help balance the busy schedules. I've invited my friend Tim to share one more idea to engage the entire family. He's a chef and has great tips on knife skills for most ages. So let's head to the kitchen and find Tim. Hey Tim, I knew I'd find you here.
Hey Kayla.
All right, well, are you ready to get ready for some knife skills?
Yeah, I set up a couple cutting boards for us.
All right, well, what do you think about talking about knife safety first? It's important to know that knives are tools and not toys.
That is a great point.
All right.
A couple other points. It's best to keep your knife furthest away so it has a less likely chance to fall.
Okay.
And then also not keeping your knife right on the edge of the cutting board where if you hit it, that it could fall on the ground.
What if it does fall on the ground?
Yeah, then just let it fall. Don't try to catch it, just let it fall and then pick it up and wash it.
That's a good point. So let's go ahead and get to chopping.
Yeah, so I think a good place to start is with some like softer foods, things like bananas, avocados.
What about some mushrooms?
Mushrooms are great.
All right, well, I'm gonna start with that.
Then also having things in a smaller, kind of more manageable piece.
Okay.
So if you have things like a banana, you could just go ahead and cut it into smaller pieces for kiddos.
Sure, because those are pretty long.
Yeah.
And I see that you're using a butter knife. Should I start off with that?
Yeah, it's not too sharp, so you're probably less likely to cut yourself.
Great, and I feel like most families have butter knives, so we don't have to necessarily go to the store and buy something new.
Absolutely.
So it's a great start.
Also cutting things in half so that they have a flat surface to work on.
Oh.
Perfect, just like that.
All right, good. So it's not rolling all over the place, right?
Yeah, another area that you're less likely to cut yourself.
Okay.
All right, and then you can just chop it into whatever other size piece you would like from there.
Perfect. Oh, that was fairly simple. Very easy. All right, so what about other ways that kids can get involved in the kitchen, like grating or using peelers? I've heard about that before.
Yeah, perfect. Any way that we can get kids involved in the kitchen, you know, they're more likely to be cooking with us.
Yeah.
So we can start with peeling carrots. That's a great thing for kids to do.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you know, just using a peeler, a lot of people don't realize that you can go both ways with it. So you can go down and up kind of in the same motion.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Learning something new.
Maybe less likely to cut yourself.
Yeah, it seems a lot more safe.
Yeah.
For sure.
So kiddos could definitely do that type of thing. They could also use a grater.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so just kind of, you know, strokes on the grater like that.
Okay.
Would be a good place for them also.
Cool. So what about anything else that kids could maybe help out with as they get a little bit more experienced or older?
Yeah, so kind of maybe after they've graduated from the butter knife and they're showing interest in the kitchen, they could move into a smaller knife like this.
Sure.
Yeah, so I would say just find a knife that fits your hand, that's comfortable, that's lightweight.
Okay,
That's a good place to start.
It looks like I have an adaptable knife here for maybe kids that we don't want to get cut in the kitchen.
Yeah, so it's a serrated knife, so it's a little bit not quite as sharp as a regular blade.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we gonna demo with these?
Yeah, so we could chop up, you know, something like a cucumber.
Sure.
So also best practice, to use a claw kind of motion with your hand. So
Okay.
keeping your fingers tucked back. Also, not holding the knife at the very end, but you can kind of choke all the way up, wrapping your index finger around and your thumb kind of on the other side.
I feel like I have a lot more control when I do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
So then with your fingers, just kind of keep them tucked in.
Okay. I'm gonna put to practice with some of the things that you just taught me, okay?
All right.
So I'm gonna cut into more manageable pieces.
Perfect.
Like that. Since I'm using a cucumber and it's kind of long, I'm using my claw.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna cut it in half.
Perfect. And you're using kind of the tip down, pushing
Yeah.
through with the knife.
Okay. Like that?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Perfect. Great. Well, that was a great activity, Tim. Thank you so much for sharing these skills and ideas. Here's to bringing the whole family into the kitchen, friends. We'll see you next time. Bye.
I love these ideas and strategies from Kayla and Tim. I can personally see using some of these with my own family. Did you pick up on something that you felt connected to as she explored meal prep ideas and how to make meals easier? I think we all know that the management of meals, especially in a family with children, can be really challenging to tackle every day. We can become discouraged by the obstacles encountered, and it's easy to become overwhelmed by all the choices needed to stay on track with goals. One strategy that can help us tackle obstacles, barriers, and even challenges, whether it's with food or any other area of wellness, is to learn how to reframe the problem at hand from what is wrong to what is possible. When we reframe, we can see an alternative perspective or viewpoint of a problem, and we can consider the benefits to a difficult situation that may not have been considered. It's not overlooking a problem. Rather, it is looking at it from a different lens. Even when faced with difficult obstacles, the use of positive reframing can act as a powerful tool for getting past that feeling of being stuck. You might recognize some of these excuses. We have all used these at one time or another. In learning to reframe even these common excuses, we begin to teach ourselves how to view obstacles and barriers in a different light. It is through reframing that we can take advantage of what life hands us. As a fun and even silly way to practice reframing, you can take this activity into your family's next discussion and talk through how to reframe nutrition-focused situations. How might you overcome an existing obstacle around food that will benefit your family as a whole? In what ways can you reframe certain excuses to help you begin the nutritional habits you envision will best meet your family's needs? Being able to reframe is a critical component of our wellness road trips. It allows us to shift our perspective and creates opportunities for us to see obstacles and barriers in a different way. When we can shift our perspective about challenges we face, we can change our understanding of everything from fitness and nutrition to finances and our personal sense of purpose. Whether you hope to try a new physical activity, establish financial security, or develop a deeper sense of your own purpose in life, reframing is a universal tool for building holistic wellness, no matter where you start. Always remember, we are here to support you. If there are questions, please don't hesitate to reach out by clicking the Check In with Jen button on your family portal or within your weekly email.